about all this angel tree nonsense. Now, about, I would say 20 years ago, I had never even heard of this until 20 years ago when I met my 18-year-old's grandmother on his father's side. And she has been doing this for and with her Methodist church since before I met her. And that's why I know it's an op. It's rage bait. It's something's not right. And when I said this to someone, they parroted something that I've heard other people say. I couldn't even tell you who, like maybe a newscaster, maybe, like nobody that I know, but saying that, well, this year the economy is just so bad. It's the worst it's been. So there's more people and more people are on social media. So of course you're going to hear about it more. But I reject that. I rebuke. She has been doing this for 20 years, taking both of my boys along with her at times to stores to fulfill the angel tree lists. And she gets them what's on their list and what's practical and what can be used because that's what Angel Tree was about, not Dolce and Gabbana bags and diaper bags and iPads that have to have 600 instead of 300. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But if anybody here thinks that God's not pissed, you're wrong. People are just, but again, I do think it's got to be some kind of op, some kind of way to ruin a good thing, because I know many people in her church that did this. And sorry guys, I have tape on my front camera. It keeps making its way back down. The angel tree stuff. It's just not, I'm sure there are more people that signed up for it this year. Times are hard for everyone. And, take it as a learning opportunity to teach your children, not that, what are some of the ones I've heard? Yeah, white people be crazy with their angel tree. Like all kinds of divisive, ungrateful, just out of the blue. Like I have never heard of angel tree unless it comes to my children's grandmother on their father's side. I've never heard of it from anybody else in my life. I've never known anybody to participate in it from either side. So, well, except for her for the past 20 years. And she always picks a boy and a girl. She always picks two. Off a tree at their church, there's a little angel, you pick it. And she's always done a great job with that. So all these people that are doing, I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know. Okay, I can't tell you what sick loosh they're collecting during Saturnalia, but I can tell you that that's what they're doing because I have known about this program for 20 years and social media has been around and I've been on it, at least YouTube and Twitter, for years. And I've never seen such a thing about it. But it pisses me off. Be grateful. You get what you get and you don't get upset. That's what my oldest told me when he came home from church when he was like 6. I learned something in church today. I said, what, son? And he said, you get what you get and you don't get upset. And I was so proud of him. He's 18, so now he may not see things the same way. But everything is infiltrated and fraudulent. Things are being exposed in order to make us lose faith in everything we believe and eventually including God. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the only way, hey, we free, and hey, just Dave, and hey, Sheepdog Patriot. I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm actually feeling under the weather, and I have a lot of stuff to do, and hey there, break the spell. But it's good to see you. But yeah, I had never heard of it until 20 years ago, and she's done it faithfully for a boy and a girl every year. Now, I don't know if this is just her church, but they have a box that everything has to fit into, and they are given a limit. Now, I don't know. I never went shopping with her. My boys did, but my 18-year-old's not here for me to ask him if he would even remember or pay attention to things like that because my children weren't raised like that at all. Hey, Scrappy Dappy Doo. It's just, I don't know what the operation is with this angel tree stuff, but I do think it's an operation. Either it's rage bait and people are just quote unquote on the download. BTS, you know what I'm saying? Hey, slow boy whiteboard. It's just not. It's just not authentic to me. It's been around for 20 years and there's a scandal right now about angels. It just doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. So I just wanted to let you guys know how I felt about it in case anybody cares, because I do have, knowledge about it. I've sent my children out with her to go fill these boxes and get the angel trees. And I always thought what she came back with was very generous and nice. And if I was a child, I would be happy to get it. So just don't fall into any of these. This is what they're going to do, guys, from now on, from here on out, 2026 and beyond. The division it's always in play, always, always. Order out of chaos, orb to KO, and divide and conquer, bread and circuses, and they shall not revolt. Those things are always in play, but they're in hyperspeed because of the current agenda and the end date, pardon me, being 2050. But I love you guys. I hope everybody has a good, hey, Joe. Yes, 2026. I hope everyone have, oh, I'm only doing just a quick thing because I've been watching these angel tree people that are so ungrateful. Like, I asked for an electric scooter. Okay, I have a 9-year-old that wants an electric scooter. Too bad, buddy. I can't afford it. I'm certainly not going to ask someone else to buy you a $400 electric scooter. But anyway, I just think it's rage bait, and I don't want anybody to get caught up, here in our community with that kind of thing. If you can help others, even if it's like with a meal, cooking a meal, or I'm starting to like bake bread. I haven't done it yet, but I got a Dutch oven and I'm going to start to bake my own bread. Something like that. Like do that when it's not asked for. Yeah, this is the backup. Yep, this is the backup. One of the backups. Yeah, see, break the spell. I didn't know either until 20 years ago when I met my mother-in-law. And her Methodist church has a tree, like a literal Christmas tree, and with little angels hanging with, one boy or girl you pick. She picks a boy and a girl every year for 20 years. She's done this. So, and people, some are on TikTok and YouTube shorts bitching about what they got in their angel tree. It's a big uproar. If you haven't seen it, don't go looking. Okay, it's meant to piss you off. It's meant something. Something ain't right with it because it's been around for decades. Pardon me, plural. Because I know her. I know she did it for the past 20 years, and I know she did it long before I even met her. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll look further into it, but just, try to be kind. You never know what anybody's going through. And yeah, that's cool. 95 years old. Yeah, my aunt, my mom, they always like buy like I remember when I was staying with them, they were like, should we go for the cow or should we go for the chickens? Because then they could sell the eggs and have chickens. So they always do something like that, like overseas. And people, and they have, so they can do that. And if you can do that, that's fine. But if somebody gifts you something, you don't complain about it. Okay. And if it's that important for you, for your child to have that item, it's your responsibility for you to get your child that item, not a freaking stranger. So that's all I wanted to say. But I hope I see you guys next year. I was supposed to go live with RD, and I think we still might be able to squeeze something in before 2026. So be on the lookout. Make sure you get the. I hate to even say this, sounds so corny. Make sure you hit the bell. Hey, GMA Nana. But I hope y'all all have a yeah, peaceful and just happy time with your families and whoever you may be spending this time with. I don't believe it's when Jesus was born, but I do celebrate in the way that it is a time for giving and sharing and being around family because I have children and it, yes, definitely pagan, Joe. Absolutely. Absolutely. It even says in the Bible, do not bring a tree in your house and adorn it with silver and gold. And I'm guilty of that. I didn't want to rob, my youngest of societal norms. I know. You can unsubscribe. I've had people unsubscribe. Don't care. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for you guys that get it. So. So, you right, girl. You right. It is pagan though. It is pagan. Hey, JT. What is the she? What is that? What is that? That's so weird looking. But thank you for the flower. All right, guys. Yeah, just I hope you all have a good season. A good winter solstice. A lot of things go on, evil but good too. And I'm not talking about like good magic. I just mean things aren't all bad. And that's coming from me and shit's pretty bad here. But my boys are healthy, they're good, and that's all I really care about. So, I mean, I care about other things, but as long as my boys are good, you guys are good, yeah. But if you don't want to give something, don't give it. And if you get something for free, be grateful and stop being little pussified crybabies because your white child got a black baby doll or vice versa, whatever the case may be. It's ridiculous. That's how I know it's an op. It's something's going on with it because I know it's been going on for decades, and this is the first I've heard of it. So diversion, whatever. Hey, blind straight. It's so ugly to see people act like that. And this is the time when we're not supposed to be acting like that. Um, and a lot of racism has shown through of these parents complaining about. I mean, it's just God, the people that can't see that that's instilled. We had a black president for 8 years. Okay, all through my school except for Catholic school, first through seventh, eighth. Most of my school was black because in Delaware it was school choice. You could pick where you wanted to go. Didn't matter if you lived in Wilmington or Newark or it didn't matter. You got to go to whatever school your parents wanted you to go to. So always went to school with it was half and half, if not whites. If you want to call me white, I don't. I get offended by that actually, but whatever. That's another story for another day. But anyway, I hope you all have a good time and yeah, have a good time with your family. And that's right, because time is our most valuable commodity. Um, exactly, right. And I was reminded of another one, just briefly went through my mind, like, um, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like someone's literally taking gas to go to go do this. It's the thought. Like it's just so crazy what's going on. Thank you, Sheepdog. Thank you, JT and Joe and GMA Nana. Yes, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, whatever. I know you are. I know you are. Well, there's no Viking whites. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody here is allowed here. I love you guys, and hopefully, I will see you before next year. But if not, I will definitely see you next year. Hey, Barb in Ohio. All right, guys, until then, plan, prepare, and pray. No fear, no fear. And have a good season, whatever that is to you. All right, guys. Peace out. Love yous.